Hey everybody, I didn't feel so well, so I figured I'd just take a nap. But uh then this whole matter of the Hawk Tuah thing came into my face. I thought, I don't want to pay attention to this. I had friends telling me about this, but it was so gut-wrenchingly disgusting, the whole sound and all that. I just didn't want to hear it, right? It's kind of like, give me a break. Um, but if you don't know the story, and by after this you'll know it, right? Um, this young lady named Haliey Welch who's from Nashville, was on the street, and this random brother decides he's going to ask her a question regarding how she does something in bed. Okay, and she said Hawk Tuah and put some spit on that blank. Right, that's what she said. And next thing you know, the video that he makes goes just super viral. It was just like, you know, and that's the nature of things today. You have no idea what's going to strike the public's fancy at any time, or why. It could happen immediately like that, or it could be days later, or even a year later, or years later, or 4 years later, right? But in this case, bingo. Suddenly it's the Hawk Tuah girl. And people are calling themselves, you think somebody was talking about making the Hawk Tuah car, the Hawk Tuah song. I mean, I just, I was sick of Hawk Tuah before I even paid much attention to Hawk Tuah. It's like, whatever. And then Haliey came up with the Hawk Tuah coin. And it went on sale. And as soon as it went on sale, it went up to 50 million and then crashed. Because apparently the allegation was that it was being sniped. In other words, she was charging high fees to investors, much higher than the norm, okay? And that's illegal. That's not something you're supposed to do, okay? Well, here's the thing. I started looking at all of this, and the minute I saw that a couple of people were involved, I thought, uh-oh, she's not going to jail. One of them was Jake Paul. And Jake Paul was just, a few weeks off of viral. And, hey, sure, Chai, I want to talk about Hawk Tuah girl right now. I'll talk about that later, okay? I don't do the thing where I talk about, if I have a subject, I'm going to talk about that subject, because that's not fair to the people who might be chiming in, right? So Chai, tell me what you think about the Hawk Tuah girl and this whole crypto crash thing. Because me being in this business of media and communication, I think it's fascinating. But so what happened was, I think they planned it, because I heard this radio program online where there was another guy on with Haliey Welch, the Hawk Tuah girl, and he was saying that there are 18 people that were involved. They have a staff of 18. Then they have attorneys that have to get paid. So that's why I know this Jake Paul setup. And then, because only Jake Paul would be able to so quickly spot something like the viral sensation that is Hawk Tuah. And then, of course, it involves a blonde girl, right? In Nashville. He's like, oh, yeah, I got to get all over it. And I mean, in more ways than one. And next thing you know, she's this sensation. And he's popping up on her shows. All right. That's not by accident. Yeah, so Chai says Jake Paul and Welch are in on this. Yeah. I mean, Haliey's just, she's a girl on the street. I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't know crypto. I don't know what she knows or doesn't know. But I don't believe that she, in fact, she said it. She said, all these people are making money off me, but I'm not making money. And so along comes Jake Paul. And maybe she reached out and contacted Jake Paul. Somehow, Jake Paul got involved. One way or the other, he got involved. And when he got involved, next thing you know, here comes this hot Tuah coin, right? And now if somebody knew what they were doing, and they knew what they were doing off her back, and that somebody, I think, will be the one that goes to jail or gets punished in some kind of way. It could be Jake Paul. If Jake Paul has the kind of involvement that I think he has and you think he has, then it's likely the SEC is going to think so too, because I don't think the SEC is in the habit of taking, blonde white girls and saying, oh, we're going to toss you in jail because you accidentally got rich. If there's a team behind her, people actually really know what they're doing, the SEC is going to pay more attention to them than her. So maybe one of them gets really heftily fined or punished, and maybe she just gets a little verbal slap on the wrist or something like that, because she is not the actual ringleader. I can't see them just tossing her in the slammer. There's the other guy that says, well, it doesn't matter. They don't care. The SEC is going to just jail you. I don't think people in this instance are like that, because it's not a matter of them being not like that. Now, Sir Chai says, which is not fair, tired of blonde and dumb and getting away with crimes. I get that. But my point is, Sir Chai, you said tired of blonde, dumb, and getting away with crimes, right? But if she didn't actually form the RICO, the Racketeer Influence Corrupt Organization, she was a part of it, then she technically didn't do the crime. She was a front person, of course, right? But you can't just say, hey, I've got 18 people, and then all of a sudden, the 18 people go scurrying off for the Porsche. That doesn't make any sense to me. We'll see what happens to her. I heard she made $60 million. I mean, somebody's going to have, but then if it was, or her team, somebody's going to have to pay some money back. That's all I got to say. But it is fascinating that something can go so viral so quickly. And then, that's fascinating to me. Anyway, I just wanted to, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. Anyway, I'm feeling better, but I had to get my 2 cents out about this because I think it's really fascinating. And let's keep an eye on this. And hey, thanks, Sir Chai, for chiming in. I'll talk to y'all later. And I'm not going to go the Hawk Tuah thing. Anyway.